Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you for checking out another episode of this show. Today's features Niko. Had a really good time over in Alton, Illinois, hanging out with these guys, getting to know a little bit more about them. And we did some live acoustic jamming in the living room, so hope you enjoy that. Also, do want to remind you that Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Roughneck Beard Company and American Rambler, located here in St. Louis, Missouri, over on Manchester in the Maplewood area. Swing by and visit them at the shop or shop 24/7 at roughneckbeardcompany.com. Use my code RPP15 for an exclusive 15% off your purchase. That's 15% off all your favorite beard oils, beard balms, their world famous junk powder, or one of my favorites, their Roughneck Beard Batter. Roughneck Beard Batter is the ultimate beard and skin moisturizer. It's a blend of 8 nutrient-rich soft oils whipped directly into unrefined shea butter for a moisturizing kick like no other. The highest amount of triglycerides and fatty acids available on the beard care market, hands down. World-renowned, but made right here in St. Louis. Check it out again at roughneckbeardcompany.com and use that code RPP15. Also, big shout out to Heil Sound for their continued support and helping make this show sound great. Visit heilsound.com today and get yourself a brand new microphone. I've been using my PR40 and I really love this, so get yourself one of these. Also, if you've been following along, you've noticed there are brand new Rock Paper Podcast Little Shaney t-shirts available exclusively through BuyJack. You can head on over to buyjack.com or rockpaperpodcast.com/merch to pick up your Little Shaney t-shirt. It's a great way to support the show. And I really thank you everybody that's bought one already and that continues to spread the word about this show. Really means the world to me. So if you want to let everybody know what your favorite podcast is, you can pick yourself up one of these brand new Little Shaney t-shirts. That's it for me, everybody. If you need anything else, you can find me at the new and improved rockpaperpodcast.com. Hit me up on the socials. Hit me up on email at rockpaperpodcast@gmail. Let me know what you think of these new Niko songs. And with that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy this brand new episode with Niko.
Podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
Yo, what's up? We're Niko. This is Rock Paper Podcast.
Yo, what up?
And yeah, I wish I was better at this.
Me too.
Rock Paper Podcast.
This is beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats is a Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Crystal methamphetamine. I can't eat and I can't sleep. Why won't you just let me be? Me, my sweet amphetamine.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out in Alton, Illinois, with the guys of Niko. Welcome to the show, guys.
How's it going?
This is cool, man. I mean, we've been having a fun afternoon already, hanging out, doing some live acoustic jamming and things. But this is my first time really, getting to meet you guys and getting to know about the group and everything. So this is really the gist of why I continue to do this show, is I continue to discover great new music in our community and stuff. So it's always fun to discover new music and meet the people making it. So
No, you're doing a lot for the scene too. I mean, thank you for doing it. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've been over here in Alton a few different times. I get to actually I was just up here like a week ago with Tiger Country.
Shit.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Or not like super well, but I know of them.
Yeah, that
I've
was
seen them play.
the Dead Roses, Hooky.
Yep.
There's really a strong music community happening here in Alton. So yeah. So anyway, it's fun to make a little drive over here. And but before we get going too far, you guys want to take a moment here and introduce yourselves for those listening and everything.
Sure, yeah, I guess I'll start and we'll go that way. I'm Tony. I am a singer, one of the singers and the keyboardist and sometimes guitarist in Niko. And yeah, I'm moving on.
I'm Shaw. I play the cool guitar parts. I sometimes background sang, but not much. And then that's kind of it.
I'm Ethan. I play bass. That's it.
And I'm Matt. I play rhythm guitar and sing some words.
There we go.
we got a drummer named Jacob who's not here as well.
Yeah,
Oh yes, phenomenal.
He's the bomb diggity.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tubular.
But yeah, so this is a good excuse to sit down and have a conversation about the group and get some of these stories out there and stuff. So being that I don't really know much about Niko, I'm guessing, judging by social media and things, that this is still a fairly newer project, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme,
Yes and no.
kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been doing this, like, it got
serious recently.
It got more serious
been
recently.
Pretty much
making
whenever
for, like,
we first
2.5
recorded.
years. About
Okay.
2.5 years we started. But yeah, and then at one point, me and Matt were just doing some home recordings that were not that good. And then we got these guys on, and the process of doing that, like these guys back on because things had happened.
Yeah, we've been jamming for
Yeah.
a little bit, and
Like, since
what
after
had
high
happened
school.
is like, I mean, I had played cello throughout most of high school, and then I dropped out of high school my junior year. I'm like an idiot. Don't advise. And then I started playing guitar a little bit, but not really seriously. And then Tony asked me if I wanted to join a band, so I picked up bass, and that was like my first time ever playing bass. And so, I mean, I wasn't that great. And eventually, we kind of all just split apart. And I went home, practiced a lot, and I played a lot of music, and would set up like tracks and stuff in my room to play too. And then we all got back together and kind of formed what we're doing right now.
Yeah. The name had been there for a minute, but like a lot of it before was like jamming that we didn't really take super seriously. We were
Pretty
doing
much
like
just
Cage the
finding-
Elephant covers
Just
with like
finding
another
what we
dude
were
who was in
gonna
the
do.
band.
Like
yeah.
our sound. That was a lot of it.
Yeah.
We're 5 people now with the new drummer, but we were 5 people before with another guitarist, and then just kind of phased from that to just what we are now.
Yeah.
Like switched a lot of parts.
It took us a while, but we eventually took it kind of more seriously, and that's kind of the more recent incarnation of it.
Yeah, I mean, the album dropped in July, and we were taking it more seriously before the album, but the album we started playing shows. I mean, when we couldn't play shows because of COVID as
Right.
well. We played one show during the summer. I guess technically 2, but me and Ethan couldn't make it to 1, so these guys just hit it. So it was hardly even really a Niko show in a sense. And even those first 2 shows we did up at a place called Hiram's, no offense to them or anything, they didn't feel like what we ended up becoming as a band. Like, we played shows at Red Flag, and we got some more stuff booked. And I feel like now we are kind of like in a much better place and like actually a band. Even the album doesn't properly represent like what we can do and what we do as a band now.
Our performances are a lot different than like that live studio stuff now, especially. Like we refined it a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, so you guys put out the CP, and I don't know. So this is what I kind of knew of the group so far. You know, this is what you guys have out there as recordings, and I was listening to that, and I was really digging what you got. I mean, like the idea. Obviously, like I said, this is a demo recordings. These aren't super polished or anything, but you know, you get the idea of where you guys are going with some of these songs, and I like I like the rawness too. Just like I like that kind of music. I like those recordings. I like, you know, just like there's a lot of why I like doing my show too. Just like these live kind of stripped down acoustic kind of things, and just because like I don't need a ton of production on a song or whatever, you know, like modern pop music and is today. But so there's something fun about that EP where it's just like the realness of you guys jamming, and but I like that this kind of on the EP is more like this kind of, I feel like a lot more bluesy influenced kind of rock and roll, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on in there. Like which reminded me locally. I don't know if you guys got to see them or know much about them, but the Manis Brothers and Brother Lee and the Leather Jackals. So
I love Brother Lee and the Leather Jackals.
Oh yeah,
that's one of my favorite local bands. Honestly, I've never actually met him or seen him play, but
they rip, man.
Music down. And that's one. I love them guys. I didn't know the first guys you named.
Well, you should definitely check out those guys too, because I think if so they're literally just two brothers. They jam as a two-piece, drums and guitar, and they like it loud. That's
the way to do it. Honestly,
they are a ton of fun though. They just did a record with over this. They put out this summer or for 2020 or the fall, I guess, but with Carl Napa. They recorded a record with him, and so really good stuff. But check them out for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool.
But anyway, so like it was interesting today to kind of come in and sit with you guys and talk, playing some of these acoustic songs, because they're a very different feel than what is on the EP. So it's kind of fun to, as you guys were saying, like the sound of Niko is evolving, it's changing, and so it's, you know, maybe some different things are being introduced and stuff in the sound now.
These three songs in particular that we played today. Searing Burning is on the EP, but it's still one of the most different songs on our EP.
I wouldn't necessarily say we toned them down, but we kind of like acclimated to the fact that we're gonna be kind of like, we only have these chords and we don't want to do it like a real heavy punk rock thing like we sometimes do on stage.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Like, we've got heavier songs than like some of the ones we've played now, and those ones were more of like based for the whole idea of like, oh, it's a little acoustic jam, we're just like hanging out thing.
Yeah.
They're also, besides So Damn Naive, it's completely like those other two songs, Automatopoeia and Searing Burning.
We only did Automatopoeia. I mean, Searing Burning's on there, obviously.
And Automatopoeia.
Yeah.
And we did So Damn Naive. Yeah. And So Damn Naive was the only one that kind of carries that same energy that the rest of our EP kind of carried. Like that kind of upbeat paced.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
like Automatopoeia, it's really strange. I mean,
I love that song.
The key is weird.
And to talk about those songs a little bit, Searing Burning is on the EP. Yeah. Automatopoeia is a song Tony wrote, like while we were literally sitting down, hanging out one night. And So Damn Naive I wrote. And like when we play it as a band, like, because I play it by myself, but when we play it as a band, it's so much more energy. And
it's a lot more pumped up, especially with those drums. Because our drummer's really nasty. Like it's a shame he couldn't be here today, but he's really good. Like we just got him about like maybe a month ago now.
Yeah, it's been about a month.
Yeah, about a month.
We went through about 9.
We went through a lot of drummers. I mean, they're a hard.
It wasn't by choice either. Like they just
the good ones didn't want to stay, and the ones who weren't good, or the ones who wanted to stay, just weren't good.
But I mean, Jacob, he kind of nailed both those on the head. He came in, and we came in, and he told me, he was like, you know, I'm kind of self-taught, and it didn't make me like nervous by any means because I had no standard. There was no expectation for when he came in. But he came in and he told me he was self-taught, so I was like, oh, that might, you know, whatever. And he played. I mean, man, just killed it. Like, I mean, for a second, like, second he hit that first beat, like we were playing, he was just on it for the rest of it. And I mean, he's had mistakes. It's been, like I said, he's been in here a month, and he's got stuff he's working on. But I mean, through and through, he's a really good musician. It's a shame he can't be.
I mean, we were just saying the other night how he was like, I'm starting to kind of like figure it out, and like I can just kind of do shit, and you guys just kind of like go with it. So we're definitely getting that like improv energy we have with like the general vibe. Everybody else, like you kind of just like picking up on it.
Yeah, well, that's cool. That's cool too. About obviously you don't want to deal with it much. You like to try to keep your group, but when there is a change and a new member comes in, the energy that they bring to the song and like their own little personal touches, even though you have this recording that they can kind of the direction of the song, they are still able to add their own flair and make it something completely different sometimes.
It makes a difference for sure. There's that extra like mind in it.
Right. But yeah, man. Well, let's talk about Searing and Burning. Like I said, this one does appear on the EP, and we did do this live acoustic today. But let's drop in this one, man. This one sounded good to date. What do you guys want to add around Searing and Burning?
Oh man, I mean, we've been playing it forever at this point.
It's cool that we did it acoustically because we normally do it electric.
It's evolved.
It's one of our most evolved songs. It changed. I mean, if you listen to just what we did today versus the EP, and I know that's a lot different because we played it a little different than we do it on the EP with the whole acoustic deal. But through and through, that song has changed on almost everybody's end. Like everybody almost plays a different part. For one, he's not playing drums anymore. Tony was playing drums throughout the whole thing. Matt plays guitar. And it's not like Matt's parts have changed very much, but it's got more sauce and more energy. Like, I don't know, before, I say this before, but if you listen to the EP version, it almost sounds like the noodles. And now it's got the sauce. And now it's a dish. Now you can eat it.
No, it's also, before we went in, so we live recorded that out. Oh, well, let me get a little more. Before we went in, I mean, we live recorded that, dub vocals. So before we went in, like, when we were playing it, it was pretty different than what got recorded. Like, it was definitely a little faster. Like, it was a good amount different than that. That day was kind of just like a one-off thing that got it recorded like that. And, like, it came out totally different. And at first, like, there was... Because, to be honest, like, the feel in the room was a little sour when we recorded that specific song. And at first, that kind of left a bad taste. But afterwards, like, I really grew to it. It's weird on the EP. It's very draggy, but it's in the middle. I think it's got a good place for it.
It was also, right I add, we did that whole EP, what was it, 10 or 12?
10 hours.
10 hours. We did that whole EP into like the demo. Well, I'm going to call it a demo. That's what it is. But we did it in 10 hours, and that was on the end of that. That Searing Burning fell on the far end of the first day. So we were tired.
Right.
Like, it had been 5 hours straight. Like, no real breaks or anything, because like I said, we had 10 hours. We had paid for the 10 hours. We knew we had 10 hours. We were doing it in 10 hours.
Slamming Arizona sweet teas throughout the whole thing. Honestly, I feel like Alex attributed to a lot of like how well Searing Burning turned out. Like, just as
he attributed to a lot of the album. Honestly, like, he was saying 10 hours, we were feeling rushed. I wouldn't even say, like, given what we knew what we were going in for, and we weren't looking for, obviously, a polished record. Like, we busted out our live recordings that first day, and, like, that was kind of stressful. The next day was not very stressful. The only thing that got a little stressful was when we told Alex that he needed to mix it on like the second day. Or like 2 and a half hours we gave him. So we got like 30 minutes a song. And we were just like, yeah, just do your best, man. Like, and he did his best.
He did a really good job
for what he had.
Yeah, I mean, he made it pretty quick. Those first 3 songs, are those, especially Searing Burning, we did it's pretty good. Like, especially for what he did. Like I said, it came at us weird. The vocal effects he put on there, we like them, but they took us. It wasn't what we had expected necessarily. That was definitely something he did. And I actually really like the vocal effects he put on there. At one point, he like takes Shaw's voice and drags it way longer.
I definitely didn't like it.
Like, he only had 30 minutes, but he had some fun with it. Oh, well, now we mimic it. Like, now we do those things live that he made happen. Yeah. And like, when we come back to re-record them, we'll probably just do them more naturally. And I don't know, though. I kind of like the vocal effects sometimes. Like, my voice has really heavy distortion in that album.
I go back and forth a lot in our the whole demo, really. Sometimes I'm like, no. A lot of times I'm like, yes, the fucking shit.
Back to feeling rushed. You said we didn't. I should have spoke more personally, because I know on that day that we were recording that EP, it's like by the end of it, I was dead. Like, it was done. Like, on both days. So, like, when we did Searing Burning, it was towards the end of the first day, and I was just dead. I mean, I was tired.
Yeah.
Like, we'd gotten up early, we went, got food, got in there at like 11, and then we're there.
We're there early.
We got there early.
We did get there early. We were there for a long time.
We got there at what time did we get there? Like 1. We showed up at you guys.
Now we're there a little bit before you guys.
Yeah, no. But either way, yeah, no. I don't know. Like all in all, I would say it was a pretty pleasant experience for Lighthouse, though. And the first day, the end of the first day, I mean, what?
So recommend, great place.
Yeah, the first day, and then the first day was tired. The vocal tracking went great. The second day, honestly, went great. Like, I mean,
the beginnings of both days were immaculate.
Oh,
like, we got in and just killed it.
The last 2 hours of the second day, we kind of just all sat around while Alex did stuff.
Yeah,
and, like,
that wasn't any fault.
No, it's not fault of Alex or anything. That was just a sit.
Still nerve-wracking.
Yeah, we just were hanging out.
Right. What? So that's.
Days came when you left and I stayed. It comes again, the pain. So I sing these songs of the men wonder where you burning, I'm yearning for your love. Searing, burning, I'm yearning for your love. Searing, burning, I'm yearning for your love. Getting older, feeling the same. All this time spent over, wasting away. My view has clouded my headspace. Now look, but I don't see your face. Searing, burning, I'm yearning for your love. Searing, burning, I'm yearning for your
on Searing and Burning, you guys split vocals, right? On leads, and like, was that always going in when you were writing a song and stuff? Was it?
So when I wrote Searing Burning, and I just showed, this was like when Tony and I were working together, and then I showed Tony it, and then he was like, let me get that second verse. I'm like, all right,
Well, actually.
Or did what?
No, well, for a while.
Well, actually,
for a long time, Matt wrote songs for the band, but since he was playing drums, he was weird about singing them, and he didn't want to sing them. I sang Searing Burning for a while, despite him writing it, and then when he started singing it again.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that this. Yeah, so yeah, you were singing that while playing drums.
I was singing that while playing guitar. You were just playing drums.
On the recording, he was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, on the recording, I am definitely singing while playing drums. Well, I dubbed it, but in live, I would sing. That's how I used to do it, and I love singing and drumming actually.
And I actually wrote that acoustically, so like it just I don't know, but we all play electrically. I mean, I guess that's how most things, because it's just easy to grab an acoustic guitar and then you write something on it. And you're like, all right, let's move on to electric. And we play as a band, so it's all hooked up and it's a lot of energy. It's quite different from how I really wrote it, because it's kind of like, and like they said in producing, it turned kind of psychedelic, but we liked that. It was definitely different from what we originally had, but it worked out. We all liked it. It's probably one of the best ones on the demo or whatever.
Yeah, man. Well, very cool. So let's talk about So Damn Naive. This is another one we did live, which this is a short one, kind of more got a little more rock to it, and which is fun hearing it. This even you can still hear where the song can go, even though it's acoustic, the recording of it, but. I can imagine this would be fun to play it in front of an audience and get everybody kind of screaming along with you and stuff a little bit.
Get in the mosh pit. Yeah.
I want to see this pit get nasty.
I also wrote that one kind of just for my solo stuff. Like I've got
Shameless
to sing.
plug. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
shamelessly plug.
I've got an artist name I go by as Matthew Murder. It's something actually Tony gifted to me, but it's also like a play on a Rancid song. But I wrote So Damn Naive, and just like the original recording is actually way softer, and it's just quieter, it's slower. But then like once again, we play with the band, it just kind of like it pumps up a little bit, so it's kind of like it does have more of that jumpy, rocky feel, like you're saying.
Yeah. This was fun, man. Like I said, it's just I can imagine a big sing along on that. And I feel like it's something relatable too, like, or we've all been there. We're all naive,
right?
That's
kind of what I was getting at. Like, did the person, like me or whoever, did the person in the story or whatever, like actually learn their lesson? Like, you thought you did, but kind of like
you still were.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, kind of thing.
There's
fool me 3 times, can't be fooled again.
No, that was a George Bush quote. I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Darling, who are you seeing now that it's not me? And how I loved you once when I was young. I used to be so damn naive. I still am, yeah. Tensions, they've been arising in a babe. You've been lying to me. What you got to say, yeah, for yourself or put me through hell. I used to be so damn naive. I still am, yeah.
when you were singing, it also reminded me of Mitch Hedberg joke. I don't know if you guys watch.
Mitch Hedberg,
Mitch is one of my favorites, and
He's good.
I was fortunate enough to actually catch him live at the pageant. It was supposed to be like a co-headline tour with him and Stephen Lynch. And both big favorites of mine, but Steven had to drop off, and Mitch did the show with some of his other friends, and it was a great time. But there's a line he says, "I used to do drugs." He's like, "I still do drugs, but I used to also."
Yeah, that's a good one.
And just like, so it kind of like reminded me that like being so naive, I still am.
Oh, I still am.
But yeah, anyway, big fan of Mitch, and he's one of the best. Yeah, man. So this, so you guys talking about, I think we kind of quickly brushed over, but so you guys, as Niko now, but like you guys have all known each other a long time, I guess.
We all were. So we're
went to the same high school.
Me, Matt, or me being Ethan, Matt and Shaw. All were in the same grade. We're all the same age. Tony is a year younger than all of us. And are you 2?
2 years younger.
Oh yeah, he's 2 years younger than all of us. And so I met Tony originally when he was like, I think 13, and at a skate park. And we just kind of became friends. And I mean, we weren't like super close, but then later in life, some like unfortunate things happened, and I ended up living with him for a little bit due to some really weird circumstances. But during that time, we kind of became close. And then, like I said, I moved out of his house and back in with my mom for a little bit. And then I moved in with my ex-girlfriend. And that's when he asked me to play bass. And that's when me and him, anyways, really became close. And before that, I didn't really know these two that well. Like, I basically all I had known about him was that we all went to high school.
Yeah, we went to school together.
I had, like, known Ethan throughout high school, but I didn't really, like, air quotes, know Ethan. I knew Matt in high school mainly just because we had like the same friend group, and through Matt, I ended up meeting Tony, which then just hanging out with Matt and Tony is kind of like started the original incarnation of it, of us just like jamming together, but it wasn't really like the, again, air quotes band.
Well, like Shaw was saying, we had mutual friends, but we didn't actually hang out. But then we just like, I don't know, through those mutual friends, we did start hanging out. Then like music more became that like relationship, like we were playing all the time.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even have a guitar really. I was borrowing like his or one my girlfriend had. Tony, funny story, talking about meeting people. I met Tony when he was 14 in my basement playing beer pong with like my friends. And someone had brought him over, and then Tony ended up being cooler than that person. No. Tony ended up being cooler than that person. Right. We ended up playing. He like shoved a guitar in my face. Was like, I need someone to play music, and then I started like it was all like self-interest, self-taught, passion, and the internet.
Root beer pong.
Yeah. Root beer. Bitzes.
Yeah. Well, that's cool that because it's always interesting how these things develop. I mean, sometimes you guys find each other through Craigslist or whatever and stuff, but it's at least that's like kind of nice that you guys are all from the area, and you all kind of grew up together in a sense a little bit. So
it's almost like it kind of all just fell into place all like the right time, all kind of at once almost. Because like I know at least me and Matt kind of picked up playing kind of like at the same time, and like I remember you saying something about how like at one point I asked him, I was like, yo bro, you want to start a band? And he was like, funny thing, my friend Tony just asked me if I wanted to start a band.
And we kind of started a band
into that. Yeah.
And how do you decide Niko's the name of the band?
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Niko was the name of my best friend in middle school.
He's still alive.
He's still very alive.
Literally just
his name is still
Niko.
But yeah, no, his name's written real big on the wall downstairs.
All right.
And I looked at it. I was like, yo, that's cool. And it's got a backwards K, because that's how he's been writing it since he was in like 7th grade. And I was just like, I'm going to snag his name for that. And then we did. Yeah. And that's pretty much how we named it.
We mulled over it for a while. Like we thought of, there was a few other names. It was like, none of them we didn't really like fully decide on anything else other than that.
We had a name, but there was somebody else that was also named the Dead Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, there's like a bunch of other people named Niko. No.
Yeah.
There are
So
a bunch
technically,
of
our band is
Niko.
Niko the Band. That's what it's about to be released on my Spotify through our distributor.
All right.
Did we try the exclamation point?
Oh no, we thought about an exclamation point. I'd rather just give us some. I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Oh,
We
man.
might be Niko with an exclamation point. Stay tuned.
A or B.
Stay tuned. Yeah, Niko the Band is where you find us on any
You
platform
can't
right
find
now.
us on the
anyway.
other one. Look up the other one.
Yeah. Or question mark is
Yeah.
Niko.
So I went to. So there's only one other Niko on Spotify, and it's this R&B singer from the '90s.
Yeah.
But there are 97 other artists named there are 97 other artists named Niko on Apple Music apparently. Which I looked on YouTube and Spotify. I was like, I can't find
there's
anything.
many.
I can find the Velvet Underground singer, and then I found later, like after we released the album, I found another band in somewhere in Europe that's not very big at all. Like I kind of dug for it. Named Niko. They're actually really cool.
Hey, also speaking of Niko, check this out. We just got these.
Just put it up to
No,
the
you guys
microphone.
can't see him.
Let me just get this out and
Just wanted to show him this. We just got these key tags, and that's the rat. Shaw came up with the rat, and it's got the Niko name with it.
All right.
And so that's kind of like our logo.
Yeah.
Shame it's not on video.
Maybe one day.
I thought he was gonna like show me a tattoo or something.
I just
Oh, yeah,
should.
man.
I almost got one a
that's
little
next.
bit ago.
That's next.
Like about a month ago, I was
am
like on the
getting
way to
the-
get one, and I just couldn't get it at that point.
Tattoo
I didn't have an
and
ID
blood
on me.
27 conversations.
It's been thought about. We're all gonna get the band tattoo.
I'm getting the stomach job here soon.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the one. Yeah, yep. And
Going full Tupac.
Fool too. I mean, I don't feel like he gets to own it, but yeah, Tupac.
I was just watching.
I had a creepy uncle with one.
Yeah.
Way before Tupac had it. No.
That I don't know. I haven't watched the full movie, but somebody shared a clip from. I can't remember the name of the movie.
Tupac's movie?
No, but I can't remember the name of this movie. But it's there's this kid and he gets his dog, and he's like, "What are you gonna name?" And he's like, "Oh, he had some names." He's like, "Or Tupac," and she's like, "Tupac? What's that?" Or it's like, "Oh, it's just this super cool rapper, and he's like my best friend." And like it just makes me laugh that he says that Tupac's his best friend and stuff like that. 'Cause the kid's like,
connect to.
yeah, the kid's like 11 years old or whatever. So anyway, I'll have to watch the full movie to get the rest of who actually named the dog Tupac or not. But
Take that big match.
Yeah.
Ludacris featuring Pitbull.
This is my. His name was featuring Ludacris.
Oh, was it?
It was the Pitbull named featuring Ludacris.
Gotcha.
So he said, "This is my Pitbull featuring Ludacris." Like, that was the name of the dog. It was this show, Big Mouth. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I don't know if you've ever turned on Netflix ever.
Yeah, they really want you to see it. They'll push it.
They do really want
They'll
you to
pretty
watch
much threaten you. Like I was actually just chilling in an alley the other day, and like Netflix rolled up on me with a knife and made me watch Big Mouth. It was crazy, dude. Like I was crazy. Like we're laughing about it now, but it was pretty traumatic.
yeah,
Everything's better in
stomach.
hindsight.
Look at this. Look at it. Look at the masturbation jokes. If you watch the show, like you'd understand. It's all about like kids going through puberty. It's animated, thank God.
right.
If not, they couldn't get away with that shit.
Yeah,
But-
Nick Kroll.
yeah.
I think it's like based on like true story, like true like his summer camp.
I really hope not.
Well, I don't know like exactly,
true.
but like I
An
think
idea.
I think
Loosely based.
Yeah, I think he's like some of the people that like the characters like and things are people like because he went to like a summer camp as a kid and or something like so. I think that's where this like sort of the premise of it. I believe I haven't watched it, but I've seen Nick in some interviews and things, and so I think some of these like the idea originated out of it from this a true experience at summer camp and stuff like. And then just like comedy writing goes, it just gets exaggerated from there.
It's
So
can only
that
imagine.
show's so fucking
Probably,
wild.
it probably started at like a realistic place and it kind
Right.
of just like took it and
Sure.
snowballed it into crazy shit.
Yeah, there's way too much like childhood masturbation in the show. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I like to push the boundaries too, but there's a lot.
yeah,
Like every episode, they got some little kid in there. It's like, oh, he's like 12. It's like, I don't want to watch this shit, even if it is
jerk
animated.
off my cousin.
Even if it's this show's so weird. I've watched the whole thing, beginning to end.
I have.
I rewatched it once. I think it's actually pretty funny.
Somebody's gonna pull that audio though, right there. I jerked off my cousin.
So,
Oh yeah, Put that on the soundboard.
That is an event that happened in that show.
That's gonna be somebody's ringtone now.
That'd be dope. It's my ringtone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home.
Let's talk. So we got one more live one we did today, and this is a boom bang crash.
Yes.
Or
Automatopoeia.
or automatopoeia.
Yeah.
Both
and all of them at the same
In
time.
parentheses.
In parentheses,
both in
automatopoeia.
parentheses, really.
No, I don't know. Originally, I was going to call it automatopoeia. The chorus, to get me, the catchy part is the boom bang crash. So, I mean, it hasn't been publicly released. This will be the first releasing of it. So, I might be lying to you, but I think it's boom bang crash automatopoeia in parentheses, because that's, is the chorus.
Westbound wind blowing through her hair. And I'll tell you boys, I ain't never seen nothing as beautiful and fair as the way the light presses up against her warm skin. I think I've found the place that I've needed to be. Automatopoeia,
Bang, boom, crash.
I wouldn't wanna be a automatopoeia.
Bang, boom, crash.
I wouldn't wanna be a. So I'll just sit on the back porch as I think about all the places she's been and all the cruel things she's did. Her soft voice and warm skin, man, they suck me right in. Lord, please help me, I'm trapped out, looped in sin. Automatopoeia,
Bang, boom, crash.
I wouldn't wanna be a.
Here we wanna last.
Automatopoeia,
Bang, boom, crash.
I wouldn't wanna be a.
Here we wanna last.
Girl's got eyes that burn and cut laser beams. Watch your ass, boy, she's about the meanest thing I've seen. Her words stab like knives, man, they'll cut you down at your seams. And I know you're probably thinking she's the most gorgeous thing you've seen, but she's a bang boom crash. She wasn't built to last. She's a bang boom crash. She wasn't built to last. Fucking take it, y'all. She's a bang boom crash. But she wasn't built to last.
But no, it's a song I wrote. And actually, I wrote it in one sitting. Like Matt came up with the chorus.
Literally sitting.
Yeah, he was
We
sitting
were
on.
outside having a bonfire here at my house and just hanging out with people, and you were just like bullshitting, and then we were talking about the word onomatopoeia, and then you used it as the hook, and then like wrote a song.
Weirdly enough, I didn't hear it until we were at, coincidentally, an entirely other bonfire.
Yeah, I was just with Matt, and I was making noises to it, and Matt was like, "Just put onomatopoeias in the song," and I actually didn't know what that was. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I had no idea what an onomatopoeia was, so I sang that. So, like, I went, onomatopoeia, and then he laughed because he was like, I just meant to do onomatopoeias, not the word onomatopoeia. But I didn't know what an onomatopoeia was.
For anyone who doesn't know, an onomatopoeia is just a sound.
It's just like a boom,
when
a
you
bang,
spell it.
crash, like those things. And he told me it was boom, bang, crash, so then I just slapped that, and then he sang that part. And that's how the chorus guy wrote. And then the rest of that stuff, I just kind of like, I just said it. Like, it's not really... I wish I could be like it, because honestly, I believe it is lyrically one of the better songs I've written. Like, it's weird, it's got like a talk vibe to it, but I do believe lyrically it is one of the better songs I've written. And it's obviously about a girl, but not about a girl that not about a relationship I had with a girl. It's a purely fictional song. It's a shame though, because it definitely is. Like it definitely is. But it was just something I came up with, and yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Kind of a bland story on that one. And then we haven't really gotten it quite with the full band yet. That was acoustic version. That's always kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the future of that song entails. Recording wise, like thought about doing it. I thought about maybe going into an album and recording it, kind of like how we did here, with maybe a cajon for drums. Or something with some brushes.
Some bongos.
Yeah.
Some bongos maybe, just get weirder. It's got the Shaw solos. We used to play it electrically. Well, so we said electrically earlier. There's always an acoustic guitar in our sets.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
100% of the time, like even when we got the full band going, like on the album, all the rhythm guitar pieces are recorded on an acoustic that I ran a bunch of distortion through. And then on Matt's, I think less distortion, but still an acoustic. Same acoustic guitar.
And currently I plug up my acoustic. So I play out of an amp, and then like for Searing Burning, I'll throw like a little delay effect on it and stuff like that. When we play it live.
Yeah. Is that the next goal? I guess.
Album
to get the album ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
in general idea, yes. Like whether it's like an album, a long LP, or something. We're not really set in stone on too much. We are hoping to get some singles out soon. Like regardless of whether they're attached to an album or not, probably get some singles out. Hopefully, start going in to start working on an album or something.
We've been kind of spending a lot of our time like playing live gigs and like kind of just refining our craft nearly kind of on there and just playing out and just getting our name out there.
We're
and
practicing a lot
bands.
right now with the new drummer.
Yeah,
because we made him play a set like a week and a half into being on the show. He was like, he'd never played a live show before either.
Oh, and he's phenomenal too.
And
just bananas.
His first show, I mean, it was COVID, but his first show sold out.
Yeah,
like our first show, like I was like, he did pretty good. I mean, but yeah, his first show sold out.
He had some pressure.
He had some pressure.
He did well.
He did
like
well.
You said, the show sold. I mean, it's 50 people because of COVID regulations.
50.
Was it a little bit more than that?
150.
Was it 150
or 130.
people? 130? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
that's way more than I thought.
Well, they got that top deck.
The red
too,
flag. Yeah, they have the top.
When you look at just the bottom, it doesn't look that bad, but they fill up people up top.
Sure.
And yeah, I went up there and I was like, oh my god, there's
a lot of
actually
people
people here. We were doing it with bands that were good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of them came in and brought a lot of people. But yeah, I was basically like, your first show's next week, and then his first show had.
You're like, oh hey buddy,
they weren't letting people in. Like when he walked outside and found out they weren't letting people in, there was definitely like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, talking to him a little bit. You could kind of see he was like kind of just like, this is a little stressful.
But he was good. He did all right.
Yeah,
and I was like, man, this is not the average show we play. Like they are much worse than this. Yeah, like
Not
this is
be like there was just a bunch of people there. Like Red Flag did really well they do really well on their social distancing policy and all that stuff. Everyone wears a mask.
Almost aggressive about it, but not really. Like,
I mean, that's kind of how you need to be.
You do have to.
They're in St. Louis. There's a lot of people.
Aggressive almost sounds like a negative term, and I don't mean it negatively. They're really, really good about it.
They're on top of you. You get up out of your chair, they come wipe it off real quick. No, I'm kidding. If you cough, they just spray you in the face with disinfectant. Right then. Like that. No, they're pretty good about it, though. They make sure you wear your mask. They're really...
explain it every time we go.
They will explain it every time you walk in there. They're really good about disinfecting and cleaning everything when they have to.
Well, they need it because that's the only way they stay in business.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I mean.
Yeah, if they get caught not doing it, they're shut down. So we need something like that to keep live music going if we're going to try to do this thing at all during this time. So
yeah, no, I'm really thankful for them to be able to do it. I'm thankful now, Illinois.
Grateful.
Be able to do some more stuff like that. Hopefully at some of our local spots over here in Alton.
Yeah.
And I guess yesterday they opened up indoor dining in Illinois. I doubt you're up to date with that living over there.
Right.
I stay up to date with you guys better than I do over here. To be honest, I'm like, what's St. Louis going on? What's going on over there? But
I live outside the city, so in St. Charles County, and so it's like Wild West sometimes out there. Nobody, they don't care. So
it's pretty much like wild out here too. Like here in Alton, it's not so bad. Like I can go to the Quick Trip down the road, and everybody in there's got a mask on. They're all 6 feet apart. But I work in Granite City. If I go to the 7-Eleven down there, it is just wild. Like nobody ever wears it. It's just bananas.
Can we publicly dog Granite City on your podcast?
I mean, if you want.
Yeah, Granite City's garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to reflect him. It would reflect us.
Like nobody from
else.
Granite City even likes Granite City.
Those Niko kids.
Like
all the Granite City.
That kind of dog is just like so like up in the air sometimes. No matter where you go, like you can be good here, but 10 minutes that way, just people are not as good.
I mean, I don't know how many 16-year-old pregnant meth heads listen to your podcast. I wouldn't want to offend them. But Granite City's just awful. No,
we have a testament from the guy from Lofty's Comment. Or I guess Jared too.
Anybody from Granite City never has anything good to say about it.
The guy from Lofty's Comment was like, "Oh, Granite City's the armpit of the earth," or something like that.
That's why they're all moving
of
to
Illinois.
Yeah, everybody in Granite City kind of leaves. Sorry, we're going off on a tangent about Granite City. We like to do that a lot. It's everybody's least favorite. I mean, you're from around here. You know it's garbage.
Sure. I mean, I think,
He's like, I try to avoid it.
It's been documented, I think.
It's been documented that Granite
That's
City
basically the equivalent of no comment.
Yeah. I've driven through it once or twice.
But 16-year-old pregnant meth heads is actually my number one demographic. So,
I'm sorry.
You have to lay off.
Yeah.
Lay off Granite City.
Lay off.
Yeah, my bad. This has been a lot of. Oh man.
Well, you can get involved with Niko on your Facebook and Instagram, of course, to get plugged in and let you know when we got some more shows coming up. Hopefully, be a lot more coming for the summer.
We have a few coming up.
We have some dates.
Those? Yeah, we got some dates.
Valentine's Day, February 14th.
That's the next one, which the Plums 1781.
It's set. Like I heard it recently. Sorry, they were to be announced until very recently.
We're not
exactly 100%.
There's another band. They're dope.
But that other band, I'm sure they're dope. Yeah.
Does anybody remember their name? Anybody in the room remember the other band?
Yeah.
I never
just heard it.
Like, yeah, we.
No, yeah, I never. I just knew it was to be announced.
Like the tickets themselves don't even say what band it is yet. Like
they say to be announced.
All right.
Yeah. After that, though, was it 9th or 10th?
Oh, March.
April.
Well, where's February 14th at?
Red Flag.
Red Flag.
That's a red flag too.
Yeah.
And then we got. Everything else is still kind of up in the air. I'd have to look at
that one for sure. That's the big one coming up. Like I said, with 1781 and the Plums. Both bands, fantastic local bands.
Told me the 6th multiple times.
All right, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Just gonna ramble.
We got that
on.
one rescheduled. Sorry.
Sorry. Valentine's Day is a big one.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is the big one. We will. You can
it's a show of love, passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expertise.
You guys doing all your slow jams for
some of them
for the sweethearts out there.
Yeah.
We'll do all the hits.
For all you lovebirds out there, this one
it's a very sensual.
We're gonna play a few Dean Martin covers probably.
There you go.
Marvin Gaye just blares.
Yeah.
We just get a speaker and set it up.
Man, we were playing with some heavier bands too that day.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
The Plums will probably be the sweetest.
Yeah, they're very romantic band. 1781.
I mean, Plums do sound pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So
the Plums.
I'd make out with them, really.
You make out with the dudes from 1781.
Some of them. Jordan's pretty cool. He's got a little bit. He's got that bone structure.
Just plugging other bands.
Right.
He's got the jaw.
Listen to their music too.
Well, let's. I've been going around town asking a bunch of these questions, and I have a good time with these to see what different answers come out. All right. So time comes. We have a Niko biopic. Who would you guys cast to play the movie versions of you guys.
Ooh.
Oh wow, that is.
Do we get wait?
have
So
no
we
idea.
all just
We-
pick ourselves?
I was gonna say we should have to pick other people's.
Yeah, it'd probably be best.
Hey.
Yeah, to pick a different member of the band who you think would.
Everybody do the person that would write
If
them.
we all just played each other.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
everybody do the person to the left of them. No, you're good. You're good. Actually, right.
All right. So who wants to start? Anyone got anything?
Well,
off
no
the
one-
bat?
What do you got? Who's playing Shaw?
I
He's like, I would have rather said he was playing Tony.
I kind of got like a really young Christian Bale.
For me?
Yeah,
Oh man, you're too sweet.
like that's probably if I had. I mean, I
Nah.
had to pick somebody.
Why have to be like
Liam Neeson.
okay?
Or
Yeah,
who
I
do
could
people
also
say
see
you
like a
look
young
like?
Liam Neeson, like with his like
Heath Ledger's
Star Wars,
Yeah, okay.
like-
Well,
his Star Wars ponytail.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger's dead.
Heath
Yeah, I was
Ledger's
gonna say,
dead.
that's not
so
possible.
Is young.
Yeah, well, we're.
So is
I mean, like,
young
is it like
Christian
the
Bale.
fantasy question?
Yeah.
Or is like people we got to pick now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of this has to be
It has to be canon.
right.
People say I look like McLovin from Superbad.
Oh yeah,
So I guess him.
I was definitely
whatever his name
thinking,
is.
Christopher
Young Ferris Bueller.
Platts Waltz. I think that's his name, right?
Bueller.
I was going
Jay
with
Fox.
I was going with Michael Cera.
Oh,
Michael
Duh.
Cera?
Yeah,
Oh.
for you. I mean, he's a little taller, but like it doesn't.
I could see
matter.
it.
Even look like Michael Cera.
It's not about that.
I
It's
could
about
see
other stuff.
I could see
too.
a
He
Michael J.
kinda looks
Fox too. That would also be fine. think.
I don't know who Michael J. Fox is because I thought it was a black guy.
You don't know who Michael J.
I'm gonna
Fox
be honest.
is?
Yeah, no.
The dude who played
I
the guy
said-
from
I
Back
said
to the
Matthew J.
Future.
Clark, I don't know.
Oh, was he the young dude?
The
He was
main
Marty
actor in Back to
McFly.
the
Yeah,
Marty
Marty
McFly.
McFly,
I can give it
bro.
to- that guy's got way more swagger than Matthew.
I mean,
Oh, wait, wait.
we're talking about a movie though, bro. It ain't gotta be like on it.
No, you said Ferris Bueller at first.
Well, either
that's,
or.
I mean, that's not the same character.
It's
essentially.
not. It's not the same guy. But
Matthew Broderick's.
he's
was-
Ferris Bueller.
With Bueller, yeah.
Which my last name's Mueller, so people would always say that.
Bueller?
Too, so.
Bueller. Hey, Bueller.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I got no clue for sure. I'm blanking
really?
I'm
hard.
kind of blanking on you too.
It was y'all's responsibility.
To pick our own.
Come on now, you
What do
can't
you
think
mean?
of something for Shaw. No,
I don't know. Nobody else came up with one. I had
I
one.
got
I had like 6. I came up with.
Carrot Top.
I came up with a couple. Michael Cera, who said that? That was a good one, though.
That was me.
I would like that. That would be honored.
Oh, I just.
Well, he sings too. You know.
Oh, yeah, he does.
These eyes. That's one of my favorite scenes.
He's Scott Pilgrim, dude.
Him
No
singing.
clue who you'd be, bro.
Him singing the Guess Who in Superbad is one of the
I
best
have
scenes.
no clue who
Shaw, you
you'd
just
be.
don't look like anybody.
I got no clue who would
I
play.
guess you.
Bill Burr.
I thought that too. but-
Gross.
I'm going with redheaded people.
I know.
I've
Carrot
noticed. It's
Top.
like he's not even like trying. He's like, oh, red hair.
Red hair. Willem Dafoe.
Sean White.
That would be wild.
Sean White. That's about all who we could get.
Honestly, I'd just take Willem Dafoe at this point.
I mean, honestly, Willem
I
Dafoe
would
would
happily
be.
let the Green Goblin play me in a movie.
Like I don't know if he put on some weight,
Like shit.
dyed his hair red. He's got the. So you haven't seen Shaw's stage presence? It's pretty buck wild. Like
Maybe falling around.
Yeah.
I feel like Willem Dafoe could do it a justice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the scene from that one movie with.
Wait, you know the guy from My Name Is Earl, the one with the glasses that stole all the lamps.
No.
No. What?
Nobody.
Oh, shit,
Oh, it's
bro.
coming down on you.
Yeah, you'd be kicking it.
My bad, man. The one with the glasses who stole all the lamps. Nobody.
Not a clue.
All right, that guy. That guy could play
I
Shaw
watched
in the
that
movie.
too. I watched that show with you.
Yeah, I don't know how you missed it. And then
Well-
Ethan.
Hopefully we can get him.
Nobody. Anybody mention anything for Ethan?
See, that's I don't know any actors, so I can't just be like. I also don't know who looks like you.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily about looks.
Well, I don't know. It kind of is
Jared
though.
Leto.
Because like a biopic would be like you
Fuck
want
that
it to
shit.
be.
What do you
Sorry
mean?
for my language. I don't know if that's a problem.
Jared Leto.
We've been
No,
cursing
no,
this
no.
whole time.
Daniel Day-Lewis for Ethan.
There it is.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
I
He can
stand-
do anything.
I stand by Jared Leto on that one.
Jared Leto would be
Yeah.
cool too.
All right.
All right, he's like, that's enough with this.
Daniel Radcliffe. There you go. Daniel Radcliffe.
That's actually solid too. But we can continue.
Sorry for your audience, by the way.
Yeah.
We're workshopping this whole movie right here. We're gonna get it right.
We've never written a script before, so
What's a dream duet or collaboration you guys would love to see for the band?
Oh, I feel like we almost all have individually different choices on
Like,
that
what
one.
do you
Yeah.
like
yeah,
on an
probably.
album?
All right, everybody go around and pick one then. Is there a certain artist that you would like to work with?
Famous people or local people?
That's the dream.
That's changing
It's your
daily.
dream.
Yeah, that changes all the time.
Whatever your dream is.
What do you see when you sleep?
Like, part of me is also like, Modest Mouse would be a really cool one, but like, I don't even know how that would work. But then also, like, the taxpayers would be super dope.
Oh, there you go.
Like,
I would agree with that.
I'm just like kind of going on it. Really,
Both of those actually, I'm gonna stand by too, because mine changes every day. Like right now, it would definitely be Sloth.
One that I can imagine us doing
play with
really
Sloth.
Sloth
well
roast,
with
maybe.
though, consistently, is All Them Witches.
I was literally just about to say that. You beat me to it.
Yeah,
all
it's like
the
a
witches, Sloth Rust. I mean, there's so many Modest Mouse.
There's a band out of Chicago named Meatwave that not necessarily like play with, not necessarily like make something with, but I could see them like we play and then they play after. Would be really cool. At least just doing stuff with them.
going on shows with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
There's a band out of Michigan called Bug Fight that's kind of small that I would love to work with at some point. We're supposed to tour with them like once this COVID stuff like kind of eases up a little bit, but they're like another really good small band that you should definitely look up on Bandcamp if you are curious about them.
Dearest Hearts too.
Dearest Hearts.
They're like just as new as us, if not newer. Like
they've been steady coming up since last time.
They put out an album, and then like
It was like
I
early
heard it.
2020, I think.
I heard it, showed it to them. We all loved it, and Shaw actually hit them up. They're from Boston or something?
Boston, yeah.
Boston.
Boston.
You know how you spell
But
Boston?
they're super good.
Bastan, bud. That's how you spell
No,
Boston.
there's an H in there.
Is there an H?
Bahsten. Boston.
Baston.
I think that's kind of like all the hard ones I can think of at least.
Shaw hit it right on the head of there. Like
All right.
That and All Them Witches, and I think that's
Yeah.
pretty much a unisys.
Yeah, I know how we like totally
Modest
said it
Mouse
would be
is big on
totally
me.
different, and then I definitely
Personally-
disagree. I don't really know the couple he mentioned. I mean, like me personally, like it's not our fit, but like Mac DeMarco or something, I could vibe with that. Like,
That'd be
I
fun.
would really like
that would
to
be
play
fun.
with Sloth Rust. I know that's
Sloth
like a
Rust,
personal
definitely love
thing, but they're
Sloth
so
Rust.
Cool.
Dr.
Yeah,
Dog
I mean,
would
really-
be fun.
Oh,
I
shouldn't
think.
shake hands.
It's contagious.
Dr. Dog would be fun.
Shaky Graves. That would also be fun. I think.
New stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Just about everybody, I think. Just about every.
Just about every
just
band.
anyone, dude.
Literally anyone who will
I
take
think
it.
Shaw hit it right on the nail, and he just kept going.
I mean, like you kind of just think about it, and you're like, oh, I mean,
We're
also
a
them.
revolving door of music.
Yeah,
like I've
sorry.
noticed in my personal life that most of my friends outside of these four, which is not many people, might I add, these three people sitting in this room are my actual friends. But the other like associates and people I know in their lives, they usually like. I've noticed that most people fall into a category of music they listen to, and then they stick there. Like so, it'll be like for a lot of people, especially in our age, it's like 2009 to 2016, and that's it. Like they'll listen to music produced in that time, and that's like what they fell into, and that's probably what they'll listen to for the rest of their lives. But for us, I've noticed for all four of us, it is changing every day. Like there's always new music. There's always new bands. There's never. It's never stagnant. It's never steady. Like we're never just like. This is what we're listening to, and we're going to listen to this forever.
I'm pretty stagnant.
I mean, we all have like our fallbacks, of course. Like we all have that like music that we all like. You know, it's never.
You
not
got your
gonna be
likes.
good. Like we'll always go back and listen to it that we will listen to forever. But it's also changing. Like I've noticed, we're all also usually finding a new artist, somebody cool, somebody different. Somebody
We all love listening.
And like I've also noticed for some of us, it doesn't even really have to be good. Like it just gotta be like our style. If it's artsy enough, I'll fuck with it. Like it doesn't matter if it's it could be bad but cool enough that I'm like, oh, I'll listen to this.
That's what I mean. I love what you just said about like our music taste evolving, because I definitely feel that like, and not even just evolving, but like music doesn't have to be like what is music? It doesn't have to be the most fucking produced
man.
Vsauce here. It doesn't have to be the most produced thing, you know. It doesn't have to be this like high standard level, and it can be like people can still enjoy it. Like I just recently stumbled onto this. I saw this video of this guy talking about outsider music and like what it is, and it's like music that people made not with the intentions for it to be commercially successful. They were purely making music, and it's kind of weird. Like
it's like just to make it to make it.
Make it to make it.
For
but like there's
people.
this big guy in that type of music, Daniel Johnston, who like it's kind of like people say he takes like a childish approach, which Tony says we do that. But this guy like it's like not a childish approach in that like he's doing it on purpose, but like
it's
like people would say like his heart is that pure that he wasn't like trying to be like the coolest dude or whatever. He was just like saying what's in his heart and writing this music, and it wasn't the best music, but like there's a lot of power behind it still.
It's kind of like he was just doing it for him, which is kind of a sense that I think we bring to our music to a degree. We're kind of just like writing for us.
And a lot of people relate to that.
Me and Tony specifically, we encounter this a lot because like he recently got out of his car, so we've been together a lot more because I've been driving him around. We're also roommates. So,
There's a lot of details there.
Get you up to
Joe and
speed.
Ethan are all roommates.
We are all roommates.
Tony doesn't have a car, so I've been driving around everywhere.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
Just to work. We work together, too.
Yeah, but anyways.
I never leave your side.
There was like just the other day we were in Alton Music Exchange and like I was playing like I don't know some type of like jazz walk on guitar and Tony was playing drums and like Jared, the owner of Alton Music Exchange, a great place if you're ever in Alton or in Illinois, I advise you check it out. It's got some really cool stuff. It's an awesome place. But we were in there and we were talking to him and I was playing that like jazz walk thing and he was like, well, how many genres are you guys gonna change? Because we change up what we play so much and it's like, well, we're not really writing for one steady style at all. We're not writing to like because we want one demographic of people to like us. It's not for them. It's for us. Like we're writing because we think it sounds cool, we like it, and we're gonna play it. If you happen to think it sounds cool and you like it too, great. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, we are for the people. Like we're putting this out and we want people to like it, but it's not aimed for anybody in particular.
I mean, yeah. No.
It's aimed more for everybody. Like if you're gonna like it, you're gonna like it. If you're not, you're probably not. But it's gonna change up. It's never exactly one steady thing.
Yeah. So it's Missouri weather.
Yeah, no kidding.
Stick around. It'll be different in a couple hours.
We're a product.
Yeah, it's pretty.
We're a product of our
everything's
environment.
Right.
No, I mean, the idea of confining yourself into one genre to even think of yourself.
It's almost too
that
limiting.
way. I mean, just about everything we write, especially, I mean, me and Matt write the bulk of the songs. So that gives it not all of them, but the bulk of them. A lot of times we start with Ethan's bass lines and stuff too. And Shaw has riffs that he started. But when Shaw writes a riff, it's very similar to how I write a riff too. Like, they're very often placed around blues shuffles.
Yeah, it's like
it's
bluesy,
just
grimy, grungy stuff.
I mean, so it all
Like,
comes
not
down
really,
to
but
it like a
kinda.
basic rock feel sometimes, and then we touch other genres.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can grab a little bit of punk here, grab even a little bit of jazz here. Like a lot of the times, like the general feel of it
Like
does
blues
fall
rocky.
into that. But I try to
completely
avoid.
agree with that.
mean-
I just meant that I didn't mean that we weren't like necessarily confining ourselves to one.
I mean, I wasn't like arguing with you, but continue.
I just meant more that like, because we do get. I mean, we have like an inspiration, obviously. Like we're all pretty blues inspired.
It's Cage the Elephant.
Yeah.
It's just Cage the Elephant.
Pretty much. I
It's
mean, we're-
that and Gigi Allen, and I mean, the only real reason that like I make music, I don't know about these guys, is for money and success, women, such forth. Like,
I think
I have no desire to make something good.
I think the fact that our music
on the
changed.
stage.
I think that the fact that our music is a little different each time is because we all have a hand in it. So if it's like got that DIY element where
Not only that, but like it's almost like not inherent. Like it just kind of like happened that way. Where I feel like a lot of our stuff is like it's practice and we practice it and we have parts, but it's also got that like element of like improv in there.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Just in like all of it to a degree. Like we do like we have all our parts and like everybody writes on all their parts, but still like you could kind of just like feel free to kind of like move about throughout the song and kind of just let it do its thing to a degree. Let the song work us versus us working the song almost.
Yeah.
And that's how we originally jammed too. Is like,
Yeah.
I mean, we did covers for a little bit when, like I said, we were
It
with
didn't
the
last so
5-piece with another
we learned
guitarist.
3 songs as a band.
But yeah, we just I don't know, just decided we were like
It was almost
we kind of
easier.
just like doing our own thing more, and we improv more, and then like that improv became like written songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll play covers, but max 1-2 people learn how to play them.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
a lot of it's kind of just like our own
Matt will
bullshit.
learn, me and Matt will learn how to play a song on guitar or something, or at this point,
Songs
Matt will
we
just learn
like
how- Yeah,
and stuff.
and then the rest of the band
Just kind of
just goes from there. Like, you know what I mean? So like, it's a good way to give it an original. But yeah, I mean, we hardly play any covers.
Yeah.
Like we're not we're a horrible bar band. No, we can't play any Rolling Stones.
Right.
We don't really know any Beatles songs.
No. We know the covers we do know. People
We
don't
can
want to
play
hear.
Where Is Your Mind, but that's
We can
like
play
it.
Where Is My Mind, and we can play a 21 Pilot song pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to hear what you guys, when the record's ready to go and stuff, we could take get an actual studio project together. So yeah. So get involved again. Find Niko the band on your Facebook and Instagram and
YouTube,
Spotify, Bandcamp.
So right now the EP, the demo EP is just up on the YouTube account, right?
And SoundCloud. I'm just a slacker as shit.
My bad.
Yeah, no, I put it on SoundCloud. I don't like Bandcamp that much anymore, honestly.
Are on Reddit if anyone cares.
We are on Reddit. We have a Reddit page. Matt made a Reddit page. But yeah,
r/Niko the band.
I got the distributing thing. I got to do some stuff. I got to switch some stuff. It's more than it should be, to be honest.
Sooner rather than later.
Sooner rather than later, it will be on
Maybe
Spotify.
later, but soon later.
Like within the next coming weeks.
Yeah.
2. I'm going to give myself 3 maybe.
We'll check that out.
That and a show on February the 14th.
Yep.
Valentine's Day.
And then the next one, it should be the 7th. But it's also at Red Flag, and we might be playing Trinity River Festival.
All right.
That's like the things I would feel comfortable
Those
with.
are the big ones.
Although,
the important ones.
Might on the Trinity River Festival still. The rest of everything's pretty up in the air. I don't feel like announcing it.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, very cool. Well, I appreciate you guys taking some time to hang with me today.
Oh, no, thank you.
Sharing these songs and stories, and it was a good time. But yeah, I say we do it again when we get some recordings out there ready to go and stuff, or maybe something like that. So it'd be cool. But
thank you.
But yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks for having us, man.
Hey, it's been a really good time.
That's been awesome.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Peace.
Peace out.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.